Nigeria used to be a place where we can raise our kids without fear. Adults can live without fear, and parents can take their children to school knowing they are safe. But today the case is different. Parents now take their kids to school in fear. Tourists and investors are finding it very difficult to come to Nigeria. What happened to our dear safe Nigeria? So many questions, yet a few or no answer at all. I welcome you guys to a very beautiful and interesting episode of the public announcement. My name is Gift, and as usual, you know we have a guest in the house to discuss different topics on the different issues that we have in Nigeria. And today on the show, we're going to be dissecting this topic today, crime and insecurities. You're affected by this. I am affected as well. We're going to introduce our guest shortly after this break. We'll be right back.
There has always been insecurity in Nigeria since independence, but not in the ridiculous dimension we currently witness it. In the 60s, there were no fences, compounds had edges, and people didn't need to go the extra mile to put in place security doors in their homes. There was value and morals. People cared more about their names having good name and not soiling it with crimes for material gain. After the war in the 70s, small arms used by retired military men got into the hands of civilians, and most of these arms were later used for armed robberies. Crime rates spiked because of circulation of small arms in the society. Then came the early 90s. The fight for resource country and marginalization of the people in oil-producing regions brought about another form of militancy. Oil workers were kidnapped for monetary gain, and this went on for a while in the south-south region of the country, till a middle ground was reached between aggrieved militants and the government. In the southwest, there were cases of armed robberies. In the north, the rise of banditry has taken on a new dimension. Coupled with the Fulani herdsmen, the region has become a hotbed for crimes. The government has been unable to fulfill Section 14, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria that states that the security and welfare of the people are the primary purpose of the government. Unfortunately, the government seems to be overwhelmed with the insecurity of the nation. How do we get out of this?
It's Made Kuti, and I just want to inform all of you and to say,
vote, not fight. Election will be war.
Come out and vote. It's your right, it's your responsibility.
Because that's the single most important thing you can do to affect the outcomes.
Don't stay at home. Make sure you come out and make sure you vote.
This time, we need to do it and do it right.
It is your civic responsibility to choose your leaders.
Vote. Vote. Vote, not fight.
because election will be war.
Welcome back. This is Public Announcement. For those of you who just joined in, our topic today is insecurities and crime in our dear nation, Nigeria. And of course, I have a guest in the studio with me. He's a Nigerian on-air personality, an MC, a content creator, and also a TV presenter and actor. And is also known for so many alter egos like Alaji and Sister Nkechi. You already know who I'm talking about. Talking about Emmanuel Chinedu Ani, aka Nedu Wazobia.
Praise the Lord. Hi.
It's so good to have you on the show. Welcome. Thank you for coming on the show. So there's this question I always ask my guests. Like, I care about everybody on the show, right? It doesn't seem like I care about Nigerians, right? So how are you coping in the current state of Nigeria?
You don't have to choose now. You have to cope, innit? I mean, it gets worse every day. That's the truth. I mean, I used to say on radio that the Nigeria you meet today is not the Nigeria of next 2 weeks. It's not the Nigeria of next week. It keeps getting worse. But the good thing about us being Nigerians, we're resilient and we always know how to adapt. Like if they hold us for a year, we go come here. If they hold us for a year, we go come here. We'll always find a way to survive. We'll always find a way to make things work for us. And also the fact, because we are a religious people, as sad as that might be, as far as I'm concerned, the prayer where you go to hear and say, if it happen for front, make me day back. If it happen for back, make it day for front. If it happen for front and back, make I day middle. What of those we day for front and back? But anyways, we're getting by in it.
So which queue are you joining? Is it the fuel queue, for cash, or for how many queues do we have in Lagos now? For fuel, for cash, and for PVC? Okay,
I haven't joined any queue.
Oh wow, there are levels.
I don't want to sound like condescending or anything, but the fact that I'm not queuing does not mean I'm not suffering from it. For instance, the example now, You're supposed to buy fuel 145 for one something. You're buying two something.
310 now.
800.
310.
You're buying at a crazy amount. So we're suffering it at the same time. The fact that I don't have the time to go queue up, or the fact that I have someone to send to go do that, does not mean I'm not suffering it.
I mean, you're paying for it.
I'm paying for it. It means I'm paying for it. You understand?
Now let's come into the topic of today. We're talking crime and insecurity, right? But we're going to delve more into the insecurity because this topic is one thing that affects both those in the country and those outside the country, investors, businesses. I mean, businesses are leaving the country because of, this issue, and that's insecurity. People getting kidnapped, investors getting kidnapped. So what is your own take about insecurity in Nigeria?
Insecurity in Nigeria is, it's I don't know if I'm to say it's at the highest low of low yet. Because the truth is, I grew up in the north. I grew up in Kaduna. I didn't see any trouble when it comes to insecurity. I didn't see anything growing up. I'll go to stand up from Kakuri. If I was born in Kaduna North, where everybody is living with everybody. You're living with Hausa people, you're living with Yoruba, you're living with everybody. There was nothing, no problem, nothing. And then, because I was born into the Nepal, I can remember, they moved to Kakuri. From Kakuri, if you carry waka in the morning, stroll, go school, come back, nothing will happen. And then slowly, it started with the Zangon Kataf fight. From Zangon Kataf fight, security started, becoming worse. People begin run, come off for Kaduna. This one run, go here. This one run, go here. It now got to the point where people that are living in Kaduna North, they cannot live in Kaduna South because Kaduna
in the same state.
In the same state. Now, if you are living, Kaduna South is predominantly for Christians, and then the North is for Muslims, predominantly for Muslims. Now, most people, they can't live in the Kaduna North, no matter how it be. They rather find where they go stay for Kaduna North. So anything we happen, most times you go see say for North, now it happen. And over the years, I sat down and I checked it. These are a result of people's selfish interests. Because the truth is, when you want get power, scatter everywhere, then come bring the solution to that thing. I believe all the way that security is in Nigeria is there are some individuals that are gaining from it. That is why it is how it is. Let not deceive ourselves.
I mean, I'm wondering why it keeps getting worse and no solution is being found.
I don't know what thing they call banditry when I grow up. I don't know what thing they call headsmen when I grow up. I didn't know what it was. I don't know what they call Boko Haram. I didn't know that. But it's like as the country is becoming worse, the economy is dwindling, more people are resorting into crime, more people are resorting into things that is making other people even more uncomfortable. As I follow you talk, so now, you know how many people they don't sack come off work because of say, hey man, economy not good. What do you expect those people to do? I'm not saying it's an excuse, but it makes them, it's now easy. You see, let me take it another way. You see our politicians, now God, I don't want to say God will punish them. Now God will bless them. God know how he will take bless them. Because the truth is, if I be a politician, and I want to come meet you, say gift, go fight for me. You not go fit. Because you get what you do. You get what you do. You get what they feed you. But when I scatter the areas, scatter shops, burn everywhere, businesses where you go, peace no con day, work where you go, you no con see work. You're just lying, it's just saying nothing. If I come to you, tell me go buy this person, let me go do it. You will do it.
Because I need to make money.
Because you need to make money and you're hungry. So what they do, scatter this whole place, make people hungry. Why do you, and which is the same question I keep asking all the time. Why if you say, you're not going to give me money from here to here, then when election comes, that time you can remember say you get money.
They want to give people.
So for me, I think the insecurity in the country is as a result of people's selfish interests because of what they want. They want to be in power, they want to control things, they want to keep people at their bay. They just want, and I'm not gonna lie, if it's only gonna get worse, let's not deceive ourselves. See, it's high time we start telling ourselves the truth. when you tell yourself, say, not be all those way they say by faith. No, you get headache by faith. Now, are you okay? No, I'm strong.
I'm healed.
I'm healed.
I'm strong.
No, you they get headache. Find what thing to do to cure the headache. Now, when we start telling ourselves that the security is getting Nigeria of January 2022, it wasn't Nigeria of January December 2022. It was worse. Now you can't even travel.
Oh, I was going to come to that.
You can't do that.
I have a family here. There is no Christmas. They don't go to a number of people. They like traveling, right? There is no Christmas. But for the first time,
you will know.
Since I know them, they did not travel last December.
Now, in Calabar, as I speak to you, I have a friend that they kidnapped his elder sister that is a doctor. You see, this thing has crazy ripple effects. Now, the doctor, she did inside theater. They operate on somebody. They got in, kidnapped her, and took her away. That person didn't operate on died. Guess how much with the money they collect? 40,000 naira.
What?
Yes. 40K person die. It's how worse, how bad way it don't turn. Now, I went to, Chineke, Mere. They called me to Oka for a movie premiere. The name of the cinema is called, I think, Annabelle Cinema or something. So I went there. It was a friend of mine, I'm not going to call his name, so I went there for the premiere. And then when we finished, I came downstairs. We were trying to bring the car out for me to get in. And then some guys drove a red Camry into the place, but like 4 guys at the back and then one at the front and the other one. And they came down, Nedu, so you're not here? Quite man in on Oka, I be out to now. Do you know what that means? Say, so you there here? They people know say you there, for don't come kidnap you now.
Imagine.
That's how bad insecurity is. That is how bad things are. And also the fact that no job, no gainful employment for these people. But that does not mean you should get into criminality or do into bad things. But these are the things that forces people to do this thing. And why I said it's going to get worse. Is the economy getting better? Unfortunately, it's not. People are getting laid off more. Overhead costs are becoming crazier. When it be say you dey for house, now if you dey come out for house now, light bill don't go up.
The tariffs are crazy now.
It's crazy. Now, Jen, where you supposed to on now, you go there choose time where you go on. It gets worse.
10 o'clock, you turn it off.
Do you know, it gets worse. And the suffering. See, the security situation in Nigeria is crazy. Why I say it's going to keep getting worse is when the central bank said that they should bring out old money.
Old notes.
You know they see old notes where they don't bring out a sack of bags where they don't spoil.
Boxes.
Are you trying to tell me that people that stole that money don't have enough money for them to have kept that one and forgot that they had that money?
They had that money.
Now, we as a people, we're not even helping ourselves. The criminality and the insecurity is worse. New Naira note don't come out. For you to collect 700,000, you could pay 1 million.
Even at the small POS.
Even at the small
1,000 naira now, you pay 500.
You pay 500 like that. For what?
Unlike what it used to be. They'll tell you no new note, but if you want 50K, I can give it to you for a token.
For a token. But guess
do
what?
that.
Even if you go to the bank, it's in the bank. But some of again one bank, I don't want to mention the name. They had it. But they go to Baba, no offense, you go find out something. You day, boy, not day. So you see.
All right, thank you for sharing that one. I mean, they say family is the smallest unit of a society. So do you think families and we as individuals have a role to play when it comes to this crime rate and insecurity? You just mentioned it. I mean, people, duping others. But do you think to move this country better, to a better place, right? We don't have to wait for the government. What roles do you think we as individuals and the citizens of this country? I know you're being pessimistic about this country being better, but I'm being positive. So in the positive light, right, in what ways do you think we as individuals can help this country be better?
Now the thing is, you've got to admit you've got a problem first before.
I mean, we all agree to that.
Exactly. You've got to admit there's a problem before a solution can come. Why I said that, he said I'm being pessimistic about it. I'm an optimistic person, but I'm a flippant realistic person. I'm more realistic. I'm optimistic / realistic person. because I'm the last person that will lie to myself. I'm not going to come and see, because Nigerians, we don't see what is in front of us, we see what we want to see. I see what is in front of me and I tell you, this is what I see. The last thing I'm going to do to myself is lie to myself about anything. The people that are mostly in the front for making Nigeria better is the family. Now, your daughter, where you know, say you know they give and feed them money, not only food they come house come chop, go come back house with iPhone 14 Pro Max. You're not asking her where she got the money from. Your son go come back, buy new Benz. You're not asking him, where did you get money to buy this Benz from? No accountability. Now, that pikin go come, he go dey tell and say make he dey pay some house. May you say be helping out in this house. The child doesn't have how to help out. He has to resort to criminality to be helping out. And when he starts helping out, now you're the man of the house. Now you're the man of the house. You are taking up the role of the man. But you're not asking, what are you doing to get that money? Now, when you don't ask those things, person will thief this cup today, you enter here thief this cup today to give you water because you don't get cup for house. Tomorrow, if you not only mat you get, he go come outside, he go thief chair, give you, make you sit down. Next tomorrow, from that mat where you sleep, he go thief bed, come give, make you lie down. How is he getting it? It's only going to get worse. These people that are stealing this thing, that are into this criminality or whatever, why are they doing it? They're doing it for money. Everything they involve, people where they kidnap, what thing they do them for? It's for money. Shebi now what you dey here, then catch one pastor. One guy where they claim say hustle. Meanwhile, not kidnapper. And another thing again, our government not they even help us. They don't make criminality they pay.
Yeah, right.
They don't
like it's almost like when you do wrong, that's the only time you can make money.
Yes.
People don't want to make money through clean means anymore, right?
Baba, now you see they do legit. Baba, get out. Baba, money they come out, show you more, give you updates. It now looks as if people that are doing legit say you don't know what you do, say you did stupid. The truth that we fail to realize, let us talk about the deep seated truth. So it's embedded in the family. You, Papa, you and the mama, you are your picking where they can't give you the money. Which work you know say that picking they do? You go there for village. Oh, my son built this mansion for me. What does your son do? I grew up for face me and slap you. Where you get one toilet and one bathroom. That's where I grew up. Before my parents can gather small money, build their own house. Years ago. Tons of years ago. Now, if this family picking do bad thing, this family go fit caution that. Yeah, that child. But now you can't do it. You can't try it. Face the one way. Yeah, face the one way. Now because you never born, face the one way. Or maybe your child is not making money. Your picking they give you money. My picking they abroad. You get what I'm saying? So this person is not holding this person accountable. This person is not holding this person accountable.
You can't even genuinely care for your neighbor anymore without ever thinking.
Thank you.
You have something else.
You understand? So it's now you can at least understand why I'm telling you that it's only going to get worse. Now I'm not hoping that it does, because do you think because Nedu don't talk now everybody will come change? That ain't going to happen. It's only going to get worse.
Right. Something is to be done to get us the change that we really want, because if the insecurity and the condition of this country continues this way, then it's going to get to a point where nobody will be able to leave their homes. Anyway, Nedu has shared some of his ideas on this matter, and now let's go into the streets and see what people are saying about crime and insecurities in Nigeria.
Honestly speaking, the security system in Nigeria is still way back. We still have a lot to do. In my own opinion, I feel what we need there is a big reform. We need a reform that should be done in a systematic manner over the years, thereby helping them to become more professional. That's what I feel we should do. And let the government try to fund them properly and not cut down their fundings anymore.
Welcome back to Public Announcements. My name is Gifts David, and I have in the studio with me Nedu that you know as Nedu, Wazobia, and we just came back from the street where different people had to, share and tell us their minds about today's topic on insecurities and crime. I mean, so many questions, so many problems that have been mentioned. Who is going to give us the solution to this question, to these problems? We really do not know, but hopefully, like we've been hoping over the years, that we'll definitely get solutions to all of this problem. Nedu is nodding his head like, better be realistic, but we're trying to be positive in this situation.
I'm not saying we should not be positive. See, the truth is, Igbo people used to say something. I can't make a cake,
yeah, so if the right hand,
wash the left hand. So it's a collective effort. It's a collaborative effort. If all of us have to come to that realization that it don't spoil.
Of course we know that.
Oh yeah, we are now have to come to the realization that may we work. But you see that thing, working for it to get better is the hardest. It's like scattering a house. Building is crazier. So how many people get the patience to do it? But I still have faith and believe. Let me to hold your people.
So with the way the country is going right now, with the insecurities, the crime rate and all of this, I mean, what do you think are the ripple effects and how this country is going to be affected in the future if we continue this way?
If we continue this way, Nigeria is going to be like Colombia or Mexico or which part? Is it Italy or is it Brazil, where the criminality is, in fact, if they work out for road, not just carry any valuable for road. It be like Jigawa, where I served in Jigawa State, where the camp was in Gumel. They're not born you where to wear perfume. Wear perfume, flies go full your back, everything will follow you. Sometimes if you do work, you're not going to see the flies don't gather for your back like honey, like bees we gather somewhere. Quite irritating, innit? At the thinking of it. It's the same way. If we not do anything, you're not going to carry any valuable for your body waka without being,
Maybe scared or
person
someone robbing you.
The truth is, we just have to. If we not do them now.
So we're saying do something. So what do you think the solution to this?
Collective efforts. We just always, Baba, the church, families, town unions, all of them, we have to, traditional rulers, everybody have to intentionally watch people. But how many people want to do this thing? How many people want to do them? Even the so-called traditional rulers or the councillors or the local government chairman, how many people they know for their area? Everybody just want to be Agba Bola. That's the truth. We live in a country where we like, no, when my money come, I want my Agba. Social media, I go show them. I want to say in Nigeria where people get into government, but then when they don't see the work, then go wrong, come out like me, and not work again. But Nigerians don't retire from government. That's the country I want to see. I want to see a country where the government officials are not telling us what we want to hear. They tell us what is the truth. That is the country I want to see. Don't come and lie to me. Tell me what the truth is. Tell me the situation of things. Let me brace myself for whatever it is, the impact it is that we're supposed to get. In Nigeria where things work. In Nigeria where before NEPA take light, then go tell you say they want take lights. In Nigeria where if you miss your flight, then go apologize to you. Not be say you go delay your flight for 12 hours. Nobody's going to apologize to you. In Nigeria where everybody's accountable. But that's not what we're saying. That's what I want to see. I can go on and on and on and on and say what I want to say about the country. That is what I want to see.
All right. Thank you very much, Nedu, for sharing and, broadening our minds on this topic today and some of the things that we're not really even looking into, but I mean, you brought it to light. Thank you very much for sharing today. I'm sure our viewers at home are.
Well, you like money. Don't lie to people that you don't like money.
Everybody likes money. I mean,
so the truth is coming out now.
Money.
The politician will come and say, take this money. You say no.
That part
I'm
I do not
fasting.
know, but I know I like money. Everybody likes money. Money is what makes the
Politician
country
give you
work.
money, you don't collect.
Money is what makes everybody and the country work at the same time. I'm sure you've heard what Nedu said today, and at this point we're going to wrap it up on public announcements. Do not forget to share your comments and your views on today's topic on crime and insecurity on our social media handle at official HIPTV on Instagram. Go right there and share your views on this topic and so many other things you would like to share. My name remains Gift David, and of course we have Nedu Wazobia right here, and at this point we'll be saying bye for now. And do not forget to get your PVCs. Your vote is your civic rights. Go out there and vote the right leaders. I'll see you some other time.